dollars. Welcome to the episode, folks. Enthralled in the job. Watch me continue and get to the finish line. So just prepping this one. These gills are a little bit tricky in here. I've painted it in the back there, so what I've got to do is just seal it up. I don't know how to do it. Just over the last 2 days it's rusted again. I had to scratch it off, but there's more under here. So what I'll do is I'll lay it up a bit, scratch it off, prep it with me thinners, and I'm going to blow 3 probably heavy coats on. Last time on the other side I put 200 mils plus reducer, that's 300. Got to go a bit more this time because you got to just wipe it. It's like wiping it on. So happy days. It's a mid-afternoon on a holiday. It's a mid-afternoon and I'm working on it. Just having a break. Believe it or not, the sun's kicking and it's only 11 degrees, but I'm in shorts and I'm comfortable. So it's great that the sun's out, that helps. Oh, here's a special, 440 tins. Don't know what 440 means. Fosters. Well, they don't have Fosters in Aussie, but they have them here. £4.40, so for 6 cans, 6 times 4, so that's 2.5 litres for $9. Hey, good value, mate. The bonnet's looking good. 2 coats on there, so that's okay. I'm not going to rub heavy, just smoothing it out. That's the first epoxy undercoat on there. And then so what I did is these straps, I put them on the other side, but it's rubbed a bit off. Well, look, I'll do a repair. That's not a biggie, mate. Blow a bit of epoxy on there just before I blow the colour on that one on the day. Here's the colour. Had a bit of a debacle on it. You know, you have your ups and downs, and this one was definitely a downer. This is going all right. I couldn't see. Spray booths have very good lighting. This lighting, because of the shape of the bonnet, you couldn't see. This went on a little bit dry. I improved it, and then I had a massive run, 1.5 feet here, and then I tried to correct it. See in there, I tried to correct it and I run out of paint, so then I topped up and grabbed the wrong hardener. I grabbed epoxy hardener, and I don't know if they're compatible or not. Soon found out, mate. Disastrous. It's the whole pot went blobby and I didn't know, and the gun was blocking up and it blowing out all these blobs. But we'll correct it. The debacle is whether to paint the car in your concrete garage versus a proper spray booth. I know Tony's refinishing. I think he's in the Midlands. He's on YouTube. He sprayed a combi. The combi job is 5,000. So if you give this to a painter, professional spray booth, and you've done all the body work yourself, it's 5,000. I think in hindsight, it's probably a good idea. This beetle might be 4,500. I think it's a way to go, because this concrete garage, every day I come in here, it's a foot smaller. I don't know how. I think it's the junk I keep putting around. So it needs good clean out. That is the big difference. I had these lights installed in here and the electricity put in, and in the back shed as well. You need like 6 or 8 of these lights, and you need to spray this car, you need an extraction system as well as a breathing system for yourself. So the spray booth would eliminate all that. Oh, then enough. Kiss me. Hi folks. It's not a welcome, but it always is. You know that. True blue Aussie here. They call me Skip, but that's the English way, isn't it? The Aussies wouldn't call me Skip, would they? They'd call me foreigner. You'll see on the time lapse. I just done a time lapse. It worked out pretty good. Remember, this was all rusted, had a coat of deep rust, so they're all the gouge marks. So I had epoxy just as it, so it wouldn't rust. So I rubbed it all back. I'm going to paint this one with undercoat, and if the undercoat's good enough, underneath I'm just going to blow on top coat, wet on wet. And if we have a look at this other one, the one that I've done, all that hard scuffing, this is what you get out of it. It's not perfect, there's extra lumps here, metal there, I'm not going to worry about that. We have the bumper irons that come out here. This is underneath anyway. Not a show car, mate. 7 out of 10, that's what we want. Practicality, we don't want the paint chipping, falling off. If it's got a few waves in the body, a little bit here and there and that, don't be alarmed, that's 7 out of 10. But quality. The reason why I went with these, they still had great shape, I don't have to do much. The guy who did it before me, he used polyester, right? Polyester is fantastic product. I'm not saying you use it on all your builds, but if you're desperate, polyester. You go epoxy primer, a high build, polyester on the roof, 3mm thick. Just gives you a lot of cutting compound. That's if you want to go that, you know, to 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10. I don't. It's a beetle. It's a beetle. Here's the bonnet. It's epoxy primer on the outside and very good even layer. This one didn't have dents. Remember, I had a problem with the paint. You can see the hooters here, there, and the run marks there. You know what? Might be able to just cut that out with 800. Give it a little buff and that'll do, because that's quality. Everything got rubbed. I had it sitting on here and it's strapped with gaffer tape. You know gaffers? Had it on there, and just 5 minutes ago the camera lady come in. Great worker. Yes, great worker. Got a great worker. Great videographer. And then that, it fell down. It fell off there. She come in and it fell off, but she didn't touch it. I would never accuse her anyway. She's got to pay me, that's all. She's got to pay me. You don't have to let money come between us. Jock McTubbish here, and we're heading to Scotland, going out for lunch with Auntie Mary and friend at the King's Manor. Yes, we're getting up to the decent end of things in life. We're just coming up to the border, England and Scotland. There's a sign on the left. It's some gibberish. Fatala Gualby, Scottish borders. Abbey Bridge. Castle Jail. It's for free, it says. A castle jail's for free. You can go to jail for free. Engineering marvel, wouldn't you think? And whoa, almost hit a seagull. So close that one. And just returning from Scotland, Bonnyland, and we're only 2.5 hours away from home. So today was a labour of love. How can I say it was a labour of love, the amount of work that I've done? It's because my fingers nearly ground off from sanding. Because predominantly right-hander, all right? Now I'll show you. So I'll just show you up under here. It wasn't the way I wanted to. Those openings, remember, I attacked them from both sides and these sanded those out. So it's laying on your back, then under there, and the front there's all done. Under there, see that? And all around here, of course the car's getting prepped. I think we're a week away for painting. Then here I've seen a few little rust spots, so that's under the seat. You do see a bit when you pull the seat up. I wanted to get that right. Then under the channel here, now that channel, see there? Have a look at that. So that's bare metal. I'm waiting for the primer to come tomorrow, and that heater channel all the way down the back. See how bingo pop it is? And then that was just the end bit there. I've done the rest of that. I propped it up so I can get underneath, and quickly around the back here. See that strip here? There. See, all in there. I've got all that, so that's all prepped, ready to blow in some primer. Under the guard's done, of course. This is so smooth. Here, this. Oh, there's a bit of dust on it. But that is all rubbed 320. But you got to scratch these ones bare metal at 80. Happy days. So, it's a bit shaky. On that note, thanks for watching this episode, guys. And it's so close. I'm going to blow all the paint in like a professional. Blue. You don't have to let